Welcome to the first ever podcast, The Mic Drop, where me, my co-host Shawn Booker, Omer Hassan, are here to shoot the poop, basically. So Shawn, Omer, how were your guys' Christmas?
It was great. We were just chilling at home with the family. Had some people over.
Do you celebrate Christmas, Omer?
We do.
You do?
Yeah.
Nice. Get any good gifts or anything?
I got myself a blender, and I got an Echo Dot, the newer one,
Nice.
and a couple gift cards. Yeah.
No, mine was good. I did a lot of bouncing around the 2 days on Christmas Eve and Christmas, but it was enjoyable. It was nice because I'm not the one to go around to see family all this snap, but this year did have a good time.
That's cool.
So
Yeah, nice. For me, we just stayed at home, played with the family, played some Cards Against Humanity,
yeah,
drank
we
a
did
lot
that too.
a lot of whiskey. Didn't feel any effects though this year, which is good because I'd work the next day. Not an alcoholic.
I had 3 days
JK.
off. I loved it.
Oh, I know. Oh.
So Happy New Year's too. I mean,
Yeah,
Yep.
you too, man.
Hope you guys are having a great New Year.
what's your? We'll start with Omar. What's your goals and ambitions coming up for the new year?
Goals. I want to be done with my associates, so hopefully I'm done with that degree this year.
What degree is that?
My mechanical engineering,
Oh, there you go.
engineering science from community college, and then I hope to go to university. That way I can get my bachelor's soon. So let's see how that goes.
Nice. Mine is. I really don't have any set goals that says that sound. I mean, I just got the house, so I guess my main goal is.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Is focusing
First house,
on,
right?
on that. Yes, sir.
There you
It's focusing on that, get it fixed up because it's in decent shape, but it just needs some touch ups. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
Cleaning, repainting. You know what I mean? Fixing little odds and ends to make it look more presentable because it's a double, so I can rent it out to
That's cool.
whoever. You know what I mean?
So it's a double house.
Duplex up and down,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. So get ready for car storage.
There you go.
Sweet.
How about you, Mike? What's your goals?
Start the number one podcast in the world, of course. The Mic Drop.
Check. That's checked off the list. Next.
Yep, pretty much. Podcast number one, we're already up there. Number one streaming on any podcast station you can listen to. My other goals, I want to be, I don't want to say the word wealthy, but I want to have an income where I have financial freedom, we'll say.
Yeah, so you can just blow what you want and not really have to worry about it.
Yeah, kind of. Of course, I want to get in shape like everyone else's New Year, but mostly I want to.
That's our every New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
Everyone's and
Every year
everyone's.
for the past 10 years.
And then the next day, we all get chicken wings.
Hey,
But
bread
keto,
keto. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
yeah, that. Really, I mean, I just want to find a lot of ways to get an income. The podcast, isn't really meant to be for income, but
right.
to provide value and entertainment for anyone who is listening. And whoever does listen, we appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Besides that, backtracking to you, Shawn, you said for car storage, how many cars do you have?
As of right now, currently 5.
Wow.
5 cars. They're all on the road, insured, inspected. Maybe not legally inspected, but they're inspected. They're all stored enough for the winter, so I just got the one car, to carry me around. But
Got you. Omar, how many cars do you have?
I just have the one clunker and then the motorcycle.
Yeah.
I still got that sweet.
And I have one truck. And this kid over here has whatever he just had, 4 or 5 cars. I already forgot.
I almost died a couple of days ago, though. I took the bike out for a spin. 30 degrees.
It's winter time. What are you
yeah,
doing?
30 degrees. I'm ripping around the block, and this guy just shoots out in front of me, right out of a parking lot into the second lane.
Yeah.
I had to swerve off into the median.
Wow.
I
bet you put it back away right away.
Yep,
Now you're not going to touch it for a while,
death.
huh? Scared you a little bit?
Just
Yeah,
to give
a
you
little bit,
context,
yeah.
we're based out of Buffalo, New York, where winters are treacherous. This year, it's been pretty good.
It's been pretty decent, yeah.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be nice tomorrow, like 55 degrees tomorrow.
Yeah, 55
crazy.
degrees and
Which should be
the
like
end of December
15.
where it should be 15 or
Climate
below.
change.
Yeah, global warming, yeah.
Yep, that's going to be another topic.
Oh, yeah, we should talk about global warming.
Yeah,
Maybe the next
it's happening.
podcast. Backtracking to you, Omer. What was your degree that you wanted to finish?
The program I'm enlisted in right now is called Engineering Science. It's more of a wide platform that I can build off of. What's my end goal at the university is to get a double major for mechanical engineering and aerospace. So
You said airspace?
Aerospace.
Aerospace?
He wants a job at Mogan.
Yeah, what is that?
or NASA.
Or SpaceX for that matter.
Yeah, I'll be the test monkey to shoot him up in space and see what
Hey,
happens.
I'll do that.
I want to be the guy that goes to Mars.
I can grow taters on Mars. I'll be the Martian.
What was that one movie with?
Yep, that was.
Is that called The Martian?
Yeah,
right?
The
What was
Martian.
his name? What was the actor's name?
I forget.
I want to say Mark Wahlberg, but I know it's not.
No,
that.
it wasn't Wahlberg, but it was another. We'll Google that for later.
So basically, I mean,
What's that? So, Mike, since me and Omar kind of explained a little bit about ourselves with the whole goal situation, what are your steps to get financially wealthy?
Independent.
it's a great question, Shawn. Today's video sponsored is Robinhood and Stash. You go down the link in the description on the YouTube channel that's streaming our podcast. You'll get a link. It's a referral link. You can get any free stock through Robinhood and a $5 credit towards the stock on Stash.
Both great apps.
Omar's been doing it. I've been doing it for a month now. I got a 33% return rate on Stash, and I put $1,000 already down. I got $333 back practically in return.
That's quite impressive.
That is very impressive, I thought.
Free money, heck yeah.
So
Considering the savings account percentage right now is 1.75. So if you put $1,000 down, you get $1,750
yeah,
in a year.
in a savings account.
Okay.
So
Is that just a normal bank account, or what do you?
it's like a
On a
savings
savings
account.
account in a bank.
There's different banks. Like you have a debit account,
right. You have debit, you checking
checking
and
account, whatever you
savings.
want to call it. There are different saving accounts that will compound your money over time at a certain dollar
Interest
amount.
rate.
Interest rate.
I need to get a different savings account because the majority of my money
Well, because
is in my savings, but I get like an interest on it is like a couple pennies like every month.
Right.
That's
Like,
because
that's
I mean,
like
it's 1.75. It's federally regulated. It's not a lot. So you want to put the majority of your money into investment accounts or
you
have
hear like a CD. Do you guys ever hear what a CD is?
it's kind of like that, yeah.
You put money on it, and then it just accumulates money over the years, and you know what I mean. Like 30 years later, you can pull it out and use it, and you have a nice.
There's an older
Right.
grandma. I don't know if they even do this anymore, but my grandmother who passed away, rest in peace, Grandma Bean,
RIP.
she got me bonds back in the day.
Okay.
I don't even know if they do those anymore.
I don't know.
I haven't heard about
I did
those.
pull them out early because they have to wait a certain amount of years, I believe, and just to go to school for college.
I have a Roth and IRA through work. I don't know if you signed up for that or not. I know Mike's not signed up for that. Those have a decent percentage too. They've been consistent with about 15 to 17% for me.
For
What's it called?
The 401k Roth IRA.
Oh, the 401k.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I got
There's
the 401k.
two
Yeah,
separate
but-
accounts. Yeah, Mike's not signed up for that.
That's not going to compound your money anytime soon. That's like in the long term.
I mean, you can't withdraw money, but the good thing is
Yeah,
the
you're
money
saving.
you're investing in that with is pre-tax. So it's a higher dollar amount than you would with your regular paycheck.
Mike, you don't have a 401k set up though?
No, I refuse them.
He opted out.
Really?
I told them I was buying a house and I need to save my money.
Why didn't? Really? You don't have a 401k?
No, that's my.
So when you retire when you're 50, 60 something years old, and then you have no
It's
money
not true. I
saved
do
up-
have a 401k through Wegmans.
Oh yeah, but do they still have that money?
Yeah, they send me a letter
He
every day of the
hasn't
month.
taken
For
it
month.
out.
They can't touch it.
Yeah, but they should at least send you a check for it.
I can
If
withdraw it if I want to.
Withdraw it then. But
Choose
If you
it to-
withdraw it, I think
They
you
tax-
pay
they, like, they
about
penalize
50%
you
tax.
and
Yeah,
still,
Well, they don't tax it. They just take a.
if you get a
You don't get that full
401k
percentage
through
of
your,
it.
through your current job, that money just kind of gets put in all in the same account, though I believe.
right.
You know what I mean? So Wegmans automatically just goes back.
you can consolidate it.
Yeah.
Yep. But since
I
you
would
didn't
get
sign-
one. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
because when I'm 65 years old and I want to retire, how many cars I can buy without that money I got set up in that 401k?
well, not for anything. This is the #1 podcast in the world. We're gonna be wealthy soon, baby. We'll be wealthy soon.
Yeah, but I still,
we'll be
that
retired.
money's under the radar money from the wife
What are we at?
at the time, if there is one.
26 right now. Oh my, how old are you?
31.
31.
Are you really 31?
Yeah.
Really
You
good
look,
though, dude.
you look good for 31. You look like you're 26 like us, maybe even younger.
Thanks. Don't smoke.
don't smoke, kids.
I don't
Who smokes
solicit
anymore?
any
It's
of
don't
that.
do drugs, kids. Like, no, who really smokes a cigarette anymore?
People do.
Few far in between. I mean, there are definitely still, but
Yeah.
There's a guy at work that does meth, I think. He has no teeth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
bad choice. Bad choice. What about you, Mike? Mike, you're 26 now. You and me are both 26. But I'll be actually 27th this month of January.
That is true. Happy birthday.
Thanks, man.
Early
Thanks, man.
birthday.
It's 20 of the month. I'm sure you're starting to feel it as the years go on. My eyes
Anyone's
starting
listening
to
to
hurt.
this on January 20th, make sure you shout out Shawn. I actually lied to you. It's January 24th.
I'm about to say, wow. He doesn't,
January 20th.
doesn't even know the right date. What a
That's
jerk.
my older brother's birthday.
Funny fact, last week, I think Dennis, our manager at work, asked me how old I was, and I had to calculate. I was like, 32. Oh, hold on. And
Is this American years or Dubai years?
it's all the same.
Oh, yeah, if anyone doesn't know
The
yet,
lunar
Omer
calendar.
is from
No,
Dubai.
but Oh, yeah. Hey, guys. All the way from the other side of the world.
He doesn't have any oil wells, though, or he wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah, I wish I did.
But how old is Dennis?
I think he's 40 this year.
I'm about
Because
to say, you told me he was up there, I believe it.
Yeah. I remember him telling me...
Dennis, don't be mad if you hear this.
I remember him telling me his doctor gave him another year to not get the prostate exam. So this year he's probably going
Oh, yeah, he's getting up there.
I thought you were going to say he got another year to live.
I'm about to say,
At this rate.
not good diabetes, go to treadmill.
You know what's going to happen.
Just so everyone knows, Dennis is a code name. We're not using anyone's real name in this podcast.
You know what we're going to hear? You're going to get hurt.
Is that what he says to you?
Every time.
Just kidding. I like that. I like this. He's a good guy.
So speaking of, the new year,
Yeah.
the number one topic not topic, but everyone's choice for the New Year's is
Dieting.
to diet or get in shape, whatever it may be.
Healthier. Yeah.
Healthier.
I'd say Omar would be the one who's in the best shape here out of three of us.
I think
It's because he's not American. That's why we're
No, I
fat
He
slobs.
doesn't have
I think you're in better shape than I am.
the fast
But
food
you're younger
industry.
too, so.
Ooh.
I think we've all been on a variety of different diets.
I've tried them all.
Sean's been on keto. That's not true, Omar. You haven't done vegan.
Or keto. Yeah.
So Sean's done keto. He's also done the eating less macro kind of cut the sugar out bullshit.
Yeah.
Omar's definitely into counting macros. If you hit your protein and mostly
Yep.
proteins, carbs, and fats, and his calorie count, he is satisfied. So he'll eat 3 slices of pizza as long as it fits in. On the other
best
hand,
way to
I've
diet.
tried mostly vegan and keto. So let's talk about that, guys. We'll start with Omer. What's your
I got a lot.
What's
to
your
say
favorite
about that
one?
Stuff.
what's your
what's your
favorite one?
favorite-
Like, what's your favorite diet, Omer?
I would rather not diet, but
I mean, no, who really wants
Every
to
diet
diet?
works.
Whoa, hold on. You want the seafood diet? Oh,
yeah.
We all
See
do
it,
that.
I eat
Yeah,
it.
that's everyone's favorite diet.
The point is, every diet works as long as you're in a caloric deficit. You're gonna lose fat,
Right.
regardless of what you do. All diets point you towards that direction. So whether you're going keto because you're cutting out all carbs, you're cutting out a huge chunk of your calories, so you will lose weight. Also with keto, you will lose a lot of water weight. Because,
Yes, that's what it is at first, is water weight.
right, because of all the glycogen. Each molecule of glycogen is bound to 3 molecules of water. So once you spend that glycogen burning it in your muscles for energy, the rest of the water is excreted in urine, and
Gotcha,
you don't need it anymore. So that's a lot of the water weight that's stored in your
for
muscles.
sure, yeah.
That's not fat loss. Eventually, technically, you're looking for fat loss.
Yes.
Anyways, keto is a great tool you can use for a bunch of things. Like for cancer patients, it's shown a lot of benefits to subduing the cancer cells.
Well, you know why that is, though?
No.
But I've always been told that cancer cells feed off sugar.
Well, yeah.
That's
anyway,
It's good if you want to. Your cancer cells feed off sugar. Or, your sugar drinks, your sugar snacks, whatever.
I think the actual pathway for that is your insulin spike, and once your insulin spikes, you get the other hormones, the metabolic pathways that work towards digesting that sugar is insulin, and that's what causes your cancer cells to multiply faster.
But on that keto thing, there's like no sugar. You can't even have like apples.
You don't have
natural sugar.
spikes,
You can't even have that natural sugar, you want to call it, on that diet.
Right. No fruits. No.
You can have like strawberries. Like there are some fruits you can have some type of grapes, but you can, can only have like a very very like
you
little
can't
amount.
Have a banana though.
Yeah, banana is very
like
full of carbs
right.
too, if I'm correct. But
So yeah, it makes sense. The vegan thing works too because it cuts out a lot of the macros, a lot of the calories. It's just whatever works for you, whatever you can stick to. Consistency is key.
So, my biggest problem with your thing is you'll fit the macros, but is it really healthy to eat 3 slices of pizza?
Well, because you're restricted by the number of calories, those 3 slices are going to.
So you're going to lose the weight,
yeah.
But organs and tissue and blood cells internally.
No, because if you are consistent and you stick to it, think about this. Those 3 slices of pizza are 1,000 calories, right? Mm-hmm. You're not going to be able to do that every day. You're probably going to be able to save those calories over the week and eat that once a week, right? I cheat a lot because I'm not consistent, but if someone was to do this consistently, that would count as his technically cheat meal, but it wouldn't throw him off the track because it would still be factored.
Right.
As long as you're within your caloric deficit, you're fine losing fat and you're still healthy.
Gotcha.
You, Shawn,
you've
done the keto. And
I did. So if who's don't know what the keto might be, well, I guess apparently keto 2018 was like the most searched diets of that year.
Did your research?
2018. Well, it was so popular. Every news article you seen on Facebook or something,
right.
The news was keto.
I've seen a lot of these phases come by and go,
But the keto thing, I never really was big on diets, but I did the diet because, Mike got me into it. Mike's family did it.
Right.
So it kind of gave me motivation to do it as well. And I had, before you went to Dubai for your 3 weeks, me and Mike were hardcore on keto, going on lunches all the time when we were eating keto.
It's expensive.
It can be, and it does work if you meal prep.
I think it could be, it definitely, like for me, it did work when we first started it. It's really the only time I actually stuck to it.
Yeah.
My mom, my dad, thank you. They meal prepped a lot for me.
Yeah, so that really helped you out a lot.
Definitely helps.
They
my mom used to meal prep
Eating
for me.
out, like before, like when I tried to get back on it, me and Shawn used to go to Burger King, get a burger without the roll.
Yeah, no buns.
Still don't think it's the healthiest because there's a lot of sodium and you need sodium for keto.
Yeah,
because they do tell you they have a lot of salt in it.
But you need that though for the diet, though, don't you? Is sodium?
Sodium is good for that diet.
It's super high in fat.
It doesn't help your blood pressure.
Right.
Well, keto is high in fat.
You're right, super high in fat, but
low protein.
It's supposed to be
moderate protein.
Good fats, not
good fats.
Bad fat like a Burger King.
God damn it,
like Burger King burgers, any type of burger, that's high. The fat that you don't want. The fat you want is in like walnuts, I want to say, peanuts, something like that.
There's
type of
saturated,
nuts,
unsaturated.
Avocados.
Yes,
olive
avocado
oils.
fat, yes.
So those are
nothing processed really. You can have salmon, they say.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm allergic to fish, so I don't eat any of that.
But I guess apparently that keto diet, you're only supposed to be on it for like, if you're like hardcore on it, like a year or 2.
You're supposed to actually.
Because if you make it like a whole lifestyle for like your rest of your life, apparently it will shorten your lifestyle because it's such high in fat.
Yeah.
Something along the lines of that.
And it's also raising your cholesterol really high.
Yes, yeah, because of all the fat.
But again, it depends on what kind of fats you eat. Yeah.
Yes.
You want to avoid trans fats, so any kind of Crisco shortening,
There's one thing I'll say about the keto diet. It's not the right way, but if you want to lose a lot of pounds off your body
without going to the gym,
without doing the gym, you'll probably lose
not gym steakout.
Everyone's different, so I'm not saying to do it, and it's not healthy either. But you'll lose a lot of weight real quick.
Right, it's weight. It's not fat though. So that's
it's mostly water weight.
So if you're
because
trying to
sodium is sucking up
the first of it,
absorbing all the water in your body.
How much weight did you lose, Mike, when you were doing it?
20 to 30 pounds.
Yeah,
probably in the first 2 months.
Yeah, when I was doing it with you, the first of it, yes, was I noticed 10 pounds pretty quickly off the bat.
Right,
that was the water.
Yeah.
And then I got down, another 5 pounds. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then I kind of leveled out a little bit there.
Right.
So I didn't really weigh myself that much, just whenever Mike had a scale available. And I got down another 5 pounds, down 20 pounds. It took a little longer for those last 10 pounds. So I think that was the fat. Whenever I was, I left the work and I came back and I lost some weight. That was from the keto.
Well, it's also that it's not the first 10 pounds you lose is not just water. There's obviously fat
Right,
with it,
but it's
Mostly water.
but then your body also compensates for as long as you stay in a caloric deficit, it turns down your
Well, that's the thing. We're still eating the burgers. We're still eating burgers just without the roll, so we're cutting calories.
right.
right.
Yeah, that's right.
So as long as you're lowering your calories and the longer you stay in a deficit, your body compensates by lowering your metabolism. So eventually you're spending less calories, burning less calories to do the same amount of work.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you're compensating, and your maintenance level is keeping on going, reducing
Right.
because of that concept.
Gotcha.
Another big thing that a lot of people miss is that the world does not have a fat loss problem. How many people do you guys know that have done any sort of diet and lost weight? Pretty much everyone who has ever tried. But the
As
problem
long as
is,
you're cutting out your natural eating habits,
right,
you're going to lose weight.
anyone who has tried any sort of
You
diet
could eat
has
cereal every day of your life and
right,
lose weight.
or
Eventually
started
it will
exercising.
Be your maintain weight.
Right. Everyone
Yeah.
succeeds. The problem is the weight regain, which is due to
When
consistency.
you get off that
Right.
diet.
When you lose the weight,
Of
you really
course.
should be building muscle at the same time to counteract when
That's
you
where
do
the
gain
gym
weight.
comes into factor.
Well, it's hard to build muscle while you're in a caloric deficit.
True. But if
then
you're a newbie like me and Sean,
Yeah.
you're going to gain like 30 pounds of muscle in a good year if you stick to it, right?
30 pounds is
Well, maybe
hard.
not 30
yeah.
pounds, but you get what I'm
Maybe 10 pounds, yeah, of lean body mass.
Yeah.
Real
But-
muscle. Yeah.
Right. So to avoid the regain, you want to have slowly reverse dieting back to your maintenance level and not just
Gotcha.
get off the bandwagon and
Right
jump
away,
into
yeah.
your regular food.
Makes sense.
No diet is lifelong. You cannot live off of a restricted lifestyle forever. So you got to have phases of up and down. But when you do get off your diet, you want to reverse diet up slowly. New research shows it's so slow. It's as little as adding 20 calories a week.
Wow.
That is 5 grams of sugar, which is less than a teaspoon
Yeah.
a week. So that's
Yeah,
real slow.
that's slow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that way your body can
Adapt.
regain and adapt to the higher calories instead of storing it all as fat.
So
'Cause-
you're going like to 1,400 calories, and then you're going back up to 1,420, 1,440.
Right.
Every week
Instead
you
of
add
focusing
on
Instead
a
of
little.
going,
2,400.
yeah, instead of going up 1,000 calories right away, then your body's gonna have nowhere to store that. It's gonna use it as fat.
Because it's survival hormones are kicked in when you're off of when you're on a diet. Your ghrelin hormone for hunger is higher, so you're hungrier than usual, and then your other hormones for storing fat are also activated because your body goes into what our ancestors wouldn't get food for a
Yeah.
long time.
It's pretty amazing how your body knows.
yeah,
do
it's
that
it's,
stuff.
it's annoying.
Store stuff,
I wish I
use
could turn
stuff.
all that off.
Well, the keto thing, like I said, it's very low carbs, low sugar. It's what medium protein, high fat intake.
Right.
So normally everyone's body uses the sugar and carbs for energy. That's what that's for. But without that in keto, your body has to use something else, and it uses the fat and it burns it. But I've noticed a lot when I'm on the keto thing. Definitely have more energy out the whole day. I'll wake up, have energy right off the bat, boom, 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 and I'll be good all day long. Continuous energy. I did have that, and I like that a lot. But as soon as you cheat out a little bit, your body starts going off those carbs,
Right.
and you shut down fast. You try to get back on, you're just so no energy at all.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is due to the insulin spikes. A lot of our food is starchy, high insulin response foods. Potatoes, white bread, stuff like that spikes your insulin. Sugars. When it does spike and then it crashes, you have that energy right off the bat. But then as soon as it crashes, you're lethargic, you're weak. When you try to level that out, if you try to avoid insulin spikes regardless of eating carbs, you can have a consistent amount of carbs in your bloodstream to sustain workouts and stuff like that and
Right.
not feel weak.
Right.
The reason on keto, what I'm guessing you feel energetic throughout the day is because your body goes into a phase called gluconeogenesis, which is a metabolic pathway where it creates carbohydrates from fats. So your body actually converts protein into carbohydrates to use as energy because your muscles cannot metabolize or burn protein for energy. So it converts it into carbs, glycogen, which it uses for energy. Some of it comes from ketones, obviously, which is why it's called the keto diet. Anyways, moving on.
Let me ask you a question before we move on from this. Because you're a macros guy. Do you believe carbs are bad or no?
No, I believe nothing is bad in the right amount.
Right moderation.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were to pick carbs or fat more, which one would you pick? Obviously you're picking protein over both of them.
Well, what I do is because
What's your
I'm so
macros right
flexible.
Do you
About
have a
170 grams of protein a day, 80 grams of fat, and 140 carb right now because I'm in a deficit right now.
So you're
How much do you weigh?
195 as of this morning.
So when I did the personal training thing, my one personal trainer tried to get me to eat the same amount of grams of protein as my body weight was.
That's what they say.
Yeah, and I'm like, how am I going to eat a whole damn cow?
It's like
I eat about a whole
they say
chicken a
like
day.
1.0 to 1.5 your body weight.
Well,
right?
see, body weight. You want to go if you
But
want to be more accurate. You want to go off
you
of
don't-
your lean body mass.
You don't.
So-
Yeah, you don't. There's only one way. There's like 2 ways to test that in the world, and that's not even that accurate.
Yeah, but approximate is fine.
Yeah.
So I'm at 195 grams, but I don't eat 195 grams of protein. I'm at 170.
Okay.
I said 195 grams. I'm at pounds. Anyways, the point is, as far as current research shows, you want to have at least 0.8 gram of protein per pound of lean body mass. So if your lean body mass is about 150, you're good having about 140 grams of protein a day, which is still a lot.
Right.
If you think about it, you know.
For sure.
Our regular diets do not include that much protein.
Oh, not at all.
And that's why you can compensate with protein powders and stuff. But if you can
okay.
eat it, that's all well and good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I usually pick up a rotisserie chicken on my way home and take the skin off and eat
Mm-hmm.
the breast. You know, it's good protein.
That's
It's cheap,
chicken's probably one of the
available, easy.
best proteins you can get. That
Yeah.
or probably hamburger meat.
Gets boring.
Oh, I know.
Chicken's the leanest, and turkey, and I think salmon. Like those are the 3 main.
Salmon's
Yeah.
pretty fatty, actually. It's not lean. Tilapia is very lean.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna say.
Yep.
That's why I said salmon on the keto diet. Burgers are also fatty. That's not a really
Yeah,
good source
right.
of lean protein.
Okay.
Me and my wife, we get 97% lean.
Are you more of a
ground
white
beef
meat
sometimes.
or a dark meat kind of guy?
Dark meat, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
we knew that.
So, Mike, you're vegan. Let's get on the vegan topic here.
Ex-vegan. Get that right.
Ex-vegan. Okay, well, you're an ex-vegan now.
I don't know if
might
I'm going to
was
start the
telling
vegan diet again or yet. But yes, I was.
you. When you did it, though, how long did you do it for the first time? When you were really on it? It was like a year and a half straight you were vegan?
Yeah, a year and a half, 2 years.
That was when we went to Vegas, right?
Oh, we
He
can't
was in
talk
good
about
shape.
that. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That's the rules.
Except burpees.
Ah,
But
comes
that was
out.
that was for the time frame, right? How much weight did you lose? You said you did keto. You lost about 20, 25
when
pounds.
I started the vegan diet, I think I was around 250. When we went to Vegas, I was down to
You're
like
like 205.
205,
Yeah.
which was probably the latest I've ever been since high school. I used to be like 170 my sophomore year of high school. And what happens is life. Life happens. I got a
food.
job. I worked at a pizzeria. And guess what? I ate pizza every day of my life.
It's annoying because it compounds over time. You gain 1 pound of that annoying fat that won't come off even after a diet. And then you go on a yo-yo cycle where you're doing it on and off again, and that 1 pound stays. And then the next year you add another pound. So as you grow older, you're getting worse. And
Yeah.
it's like a tree gaining roots, so it's harder to lose fat as you go forward, and it's easier to gain fat.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you're especially for males, your testosterone levels are dropping. Even females, I mean, you know, a lot of stuff affects it. But just gotta keep going.
So how does the vegan diet work, Mike? Give us a little description of that and how that works, how that plays out.
Well, I mean, a vegan's basically eating no meat, no dairy, nothing that comes from an animal
Right.
source.
So nothing comes
basically.
from animals. So you can't even have ranch.
Yeah,
right?
no ranch.
No honey, no eggs.
Honey, eggs. If you're a true vegan, yeah. No
Right.
honey.
Not vegetarian, vegan.
Yeah, so vegetarian, you could eat dairy, like milk, cheese, yogurt, whatever. I never ate any of that. One thing I will say about the vegan diet is, out of all the diets I've tried, that is probably by far my favorite one in the long-term way. I felt more energized. I did lose the weight, of course. That's the biggest concern for everyone. But mostly my mental health was probably the best I ever felt
You're able to think more clear and focus
Clear,
better.
focus, a lot more happier. Yeah, I mean, overall, I just felt great about myself. And
You made great food too. I mean, I thought I could never for once eat a vegan meal, but Mike showed me a couple of things he used to make, and he told me about the vegan Italian sausage. I tried that. Man, it's delicious.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, yeah, like Omer's saying, there are like mock meats. I'm not saying those are the healthiest options, but it's a start. If you want to try it,
Yeah.
you can eat those. They taste like real meat. I mean, besides that,
My name's Mike. I eat tofu.
Impossible Whoppers all the way.
inside joke, there's a guy at our work named John Stewart.
Nasty Nate.
He used to call me, well, he used to say, my name's Mike, I eat tofu. Shout out Nate. Nate Dog.
Oh!
But you guys have any questions about the vegan diet? Say
I
no.
just honestly, I know I've said this before, but honestly, I'm still kind of not in shock, but that you were able to stick to something for so long.
Just like this #1 podcast in the world, baby.
Yeah, we'll see. But I mean, just you get interested in something, you lose interest. Everyone does it, but the vegan thing that just came out of nowhere.
I think a lot of it was I don't want to say dating someone, but talking to someone, and it was more of it was all aligned at the same time of me being vegan, meeting them for the first time, and
You just wanted to.
And I just, everything felt great, so I stuck with it. I don't have any complaints about the diet. I would never say not to do it to anyone. If anything, go do it, try it. Everyone's different.
Yeah.
Whatever you can stick
They
with.
do say it is veganary, or vegan January, whatever they call it, is the month of January where everyone tries to go vegan for the month.
That's
That
cool.
is a real thing.
I think a big thing is also surrounding yourself with the right environment. In your case, your whole family, your brother was doing it as well.
Yeah, my older brother and
so
his wife.
you had support, and
We're doing it, and that's when I first saw it. That's when it opened up my eyes to it. And then things happen. I think the reason I stopped was because I started a new job where we all work now.
super stressful.
It's stressful, but at the same time, it's a terrible excuse, but I felt left out, and
You felt.
True. Yeah. Sorry
there
about
was
that.
some people, made
Omar
comments.
being
and
a
it just-
jerk.
over time, it did catch up to me. Like, yeah,
I
screw
do
this.
apologize about that.
You're sick of people saying stuff to you about it.
Yeah,
like,
oh, you can't enjoy this pizza. You stupid V. Like, it's not stupid.
Now we all do that.
It is a
to
stupid
our
excuse to
newest
let it-
manager, Matt.
Stupid excuse to let people think about it. And to be honest, there's a book. I think everyone should go get it. Link in the description. It's on Amazon. It's The Art of Not Giving a Fuck. That is the title. I'll link it down in the description below.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I actually read this phrase somewhere saying all successful people have to start by learning how to say no, to people. Just like not caring is another part of that similar
Hey, Omer,
thought process.
can I have a partial share of your oil well?
Sure, I'll talk to my dad.
So what we're saying
I'm
no.
about to say no, bro.
So what we're saying no.
Hey, if my dad
Don't
decides
take
to
Omer's
cut me
voice.
a
Read the
share,
book.
I'm all in.
Yeah, wait till I get some first, man. Then you're
Yeah, no, my dad's a simple man. He wasn't into all that.
So yeah, I mean, that's the 3 diets. Does anyone else have anything to say about any of the diets?
I really would like to try to get back into it,
Is anyone actually? Yeah, that's a good question.
but it's hard because I was really into it when you were.
Mm-hmm.
You and me were going on lunch all the time. We would call each other, hey, you want to get some dinner? Let's go find.
What's that thing called at lunch?
I know, you don't get it no more. I get one.
Omar gets one every Friday.
I
heard it's like an
for the
hour
past-
lunch, too, for some reason.
Yeah, but I hadn't had it for the past 3 weeks.
Since I left.
Yeah, it was.
I got off
pretty
Fridays and
sad.
Saturdays. Let's go.
But no, I really would like to try to get back into it because it did. Obviously, I lost some weight, and I probably put about 10 pounds back on of the 25 that I lost.
It's called buying a house stress.
No, this was before the house. But
Make sure you didn't less now. I don't have any money.
It's hard when you don't have someone to follow it with you. Like I said, you did it with me, Mike, or I did it with you, I should say. I mean, your brother Dan was doing it with Sarah, so we went to what did we go see? Ludacris. Downtown.
Ludacris
We were all trying to find some type of
Yeah, but we ruined our diet
keto-friendly food.
Yeah, we were drinking, which isn't really keto.
Oh, you were drinking beer, which, that kind of threw you out a little
Oh,
bit.
you
but
can't. Oh, right. Yeah.
it's
You can
coffee
drink
beer.
like vodka in moderation.
Non-sweetened.
Moderation. Yeah.
No
'Cause
fancy
alcohol-
flavors.
I think when we went to our buddy Jeff's party, was I keto then too?
I don't know, but you had the Grey Goose though, didn't you?
Yeah, but moderation. Once again, don't drink a whole bottle of Grey
Again,
Goose.
one night out in a
night.
month is not going to do anything bad because alcohol. Yeah, it's
There's definitely alcohol related, to the diet, to the drink. Like keto, I drink the sugar-free popper. Some of you might be listening. Soda.
Shout out to Shelby, by the way.
With just like Crown or Jack, any natural, no sweet. Like you can't have Crown vanilla.
right.
When I was on the keto,
diet.
When I was on keto, we went to the bar. I said unsweetened tea and vodka.
It's gross as can be.
Well, alcohol itself, ethanol that's in all the drinks, is metabolized partially as a carb and partially as a fat in the body.
That's what I don't understand. Like
even
vodka,
if you drink
I'm pretty
pure
sure it's like
vodka,
some.
it will throw you off of keto.
Vodka's made out of potato something like.
Yeah, but the carbs are taken out, and the
Yeah.
only thing that's left in it
I know
is the
vodka's good on
ethanol. But the ethanol itself, the way it's broken down in the body, is going to be partially like a carb, partially like a fat. So it will throw you off of keto.
Well, there's those alcohols too, like cherry vodka. It's made with sugar.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you can't. You got to drink straight
Right.
rum or vodka or whiskey.
But again, as long as you're in a caloric
Any,
deficit,
it
will not matter.
any
towards
beverage
fat
company
loss.
wants to sponsor us, I do have a bar here. Preferably Crown.
It's pretty cool.
That's my
I like
go-to.
your
Is two choice most of the time. Well, shots. I'll do
Fireball whiskey. I am not interested.
Same.
Or as Dennis says, whiskey. Dude, he's hilarious. He'll walk in at 7 a.m, open the doors. Who wants a beer?
Oh, and I was Friday. One of my technicians bought me lunch. I recommend we get a sub from Wegmans, and I was there. He had his credit card and stuff, whatever. So I know he likes to drink his pop. So I asked him. I go, "Do you want a drink while you're here?" Well, I'm here. I'll get it. He goes, "Sure." That's it. Like, just text me the word "sure." Didn't tell me what he wanted or whatever. I'm like, okay, you want a Pepsi, a Dr. Pepper, a beer. Then he goes, "Ooh, beer," and sends that. And this is we're taking it back to work, and he goes, "Nah, give me a Pepsi." I'd be like, "Ooh, beer."
I was like, okay, and bring him root beer.
Yo, that would have been a good one. Yeah, I don't know if he likes root beer. A lot of people don't like root beer.
Or get what is it? There's
The
like
non-alcohol
non-alcohol.
beer
I
somewhere.
was trying to think of the name, but yeah.
Yeah, there was
think
this
it's
one time
O'Doul's.
we're actually asked by a customer at work as to why our coworker smelled like alcohol.
Is this a coworker that doesn't work there anymore?
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Well, no, that wasn't the reason.
No, but-
That's part of it. Anyways,
Well, also, it could be a disease, alcoholism.
it could
but-
be cologne. You never know. What
Yeah,
smells
it's
like
fancy smelling cologne.
yeah, 100% alcoholic cologne based.
There probably is alcohol in cologne. It's gotta be
There
something.
is, yeah.
Like
Quite a
medicine.
bit,
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
quite a
There's
bit,
alcohol
yeah.
in there, yeah. Oh, well. So,
Mike, I like what you've done with your basement. First time I've been here. Love it.
it's very
wanna-
DC themed.
You want to move down here?
A lot of Batman
I
I
would
see.
totally do that.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
I like it. Carpeted. It's mainly, it's finished.
So basically, I just moved recently. I still live with my mom and dad. I am 26. Yeah, I know. So if we can get these podcast views up, make some money on here, I can move out eventually.
I think
but
it's
my dad-
a smart decision.
My dad is big on DC Comics growing up, so he's got a lot of action.
He's
figures
always
down.
had a superhero room.
Yeah. So, well, guys, I don't know. I think this should be good for the day. Hope everyone had a blast. You guys have a blast, Shawn?
Absolutely.
I sure did, talking about the diets, and I'm all ready for that pizza and wings.
And to the listeners, I hope this distracted you from any headaches and anything you be facing right now. That's negativity. Hopefully this brings some positive and joy to you, and hopefully I provided some value to you. Thanks for listening to the mic drop. Hit the like, subscribe button, whatever it may be. We're going to be posting 2 days a week,
Tell your
Tuesdays and
friends.
Thursdays.
Tell your wife.
Until next time, have a good night.
Peace.